Have you noticed that the more you try to control your life, the more anxious you become? Perhaps you're trying to optimize everything, trying to create the perfect system or the perfect plan, the perfect routine, only to realize that it's not working out well, as well as you'd hoped for. I found myself doing this exact thing recently. Somehow I got the idea that I was going to build a massive library of client handouts, kind of distilling all the knowledge that I have gone through over the years of my education. And sure, I was excited about this idea, but once I got started, I realized I was really anxious and contracted. And feeling overwhelmed. And I realized that this is not the way to do it. So I went for a walk and just was present with the difficult emotions. There were some regret and shame present, and confusion. Okay, so what should I do? And I realized that this idea came from a place of fear in me, from the ego, if you will, or the lower self, whatever you want to call it. Inner child, perhaps. The idea that I have to do this system in order to be more successful. And seeing through that, I realized that I can just be present with this part of me. Being compassionate instead of trying to push it away, like we're usually taught to do with the ego, to starve the ego or kill the ego. There's another way to be present with these impulses, to become friends with them, to become passionate. Not to let them dictate our lives, but to make them realize, to make our ego realize that it is safe nonetheless. It doesn't have to act on these surviving mechanisms. Because there's another way, a way of relaxation and receiving insights and intuition in a moment instead of planning everything ahead. Life doesn't work that way. The ego's job is first and foremost to give you a sense of I, right? Without the ego, we are not able to experience life subjectively. So we have to have an ego in order to be ourselves. And the other part is simply to take the next step, the next aligned step. And in order to do that, there needs to be a trust that life is taking care of business. That instead of trying to control, realizing that everything is under control. That we are safe, and I believe that the ego's biggest fear is that it's going to die if it's surrendering its strategies to this other way of being. So you can actually comfort that in telling it that you're coming with me in any case, because I won't survive without you. And in doing so, the ego can relax, and you can again return to your more natural self, the self where inspiration flows freely, where you can act on your excitement instead of your anxiety, and where you can clearly see what the next most aligned step is. So what if we no longer have to control everything? What if we don't have to be steered by our anxiety and our fears, and instead to simply relax and take the next most aligned step?